What's going on, everybody? It is the one and only Q here from Retro Q Gaming, and today we are looking at the whole graphics card situation yet again. Now, we're not looking at all the stuff that we've seen previously. We're talking about a new announcement that was made earlier today. So, if you haven't been paying attention, there has been a massive GPU shortage. There's a massive silicon technology shortage in general the last maybe 8 or 9 months, but it's really hitting home with Nvidia's new graphics card series, the RTX 3000 series. Now, these are highly sought after GPUs. They are the best series of GPUs on the market. They completely decimate AMD's latest RTX, or rather RX6000 series, so naturally they're highly sought after and everyone wants them. However, it's not just PC gamers that want the best graphical performance with the best graphical features on the best graphical hardware. No. Unfortunately, as a side effect, because these cards are so great, they can be used for very efficient and very effective, I guess that's a relative term considering what we're talking about, mining cards when it comes to cryptocurrency mining. Usually the number one big offender here is Ethereum, because that's used mainly with GPUs to farm or mine the crypto coin. Now, Nvidia have already tried to get around the shortage of RTX 3000 series by creating this whole new other line of miner-specific cards that really seem like they haven't taken off. And fairly recently, there was even the RTX 3060 model where Nvidia went out of their way to try and include a type of limiter so that it could recognize whenever someone tried to use the card for mining, and it would lower the hash rate, aka the power and rate at which it mines cryptocurrency, in half. The whole principle and idea is that if miners don't want these cards, if they don't think it's as efficient or worth their time, it gets the cards to gamers. Now, Nvidia has taken another step in this whole situation at the moment, and what they have done is they've announced that they are changing the hash rate limits or hash rate limiters of all upcoming GeForce RTX 3080, 3070 and 3060 Ti. It's important to note that they do not list the 3090 and they don't list the 3060. It's of course assuming that they don't list the 3060 because that one already launched with the other variant of it as it is. Now, there's going to be a difference with this one here because they're all launching on there with the 3080, 3070 and 3060 Ti. These ones are going to have a new branding. It's essentially a new line, if you will. And they're all going to be listed as LHR, which is light hash rate. So essentially, all these cards, they'll be able to, in theory, stop people from mining as efficiently. With the graphics card or the driver or some combination of both, or hell, even the VBIOS in there too, it may be able to recognize when all this is done or when it's been start to be used for mining and slow it down even further. Again, the whole idea of all of this is that if crypto miners will not buy these cards, it leaves more, in theory, to get into the hands of gamers. Now, it certainly seems and sounds like that this LHR line is going to be completely replacing the regular line. It seems like there's going to be no more regular 3080, regular 3070, regular 3060 Ti, and all of them, starting late May when this LHR line launches, are going to completely replace the entire base series. It also is important to note, if you're one of the users already out there that has a 3080, 3070 or 3060 Ti, this will not be forced back on you retroactively via VBIOS updates or drivers or anything like that, so your existing cards are fine, if that's what you use them for, of course. So overall, in theory, this is a great move by Nvidia to try and help gamers get these cards, which have been in extremely short supply over the last 8 or 9 months. Hell, I know I only picked up my 3090 at the last second just because I was sick of waiting for a 3080. So hopefully many gamers will be able to get these cards capable of high frame rate, max settings, ray tracing, 1440p, 120 FPS, or 4K with all the same and high frame rates and all too. And that's all a good thing. But there's one other question I have to put out there. Naturally, I don't exactly support the idea of buying hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of GPUs in order to make some massive crypto mining farm. I want to see the gamers get the cards after all. But I have to ask one other question. If the gaming performance of these cards is still the same, will these cards in theory be cheaper? After all, even if the gaming performance is the same, you are getting a product that is less capable and technically has less features and uses, regardless of how you may feel about the whole crypto mining situation and the intended use, original use anyway, of the GPU. At the end of the day, you're still getting something that does less. Should it be the same price? Will it be the same price? Personally, I don't think it should be, simply because it removes an option and an ability and features, in a sense, if you will. And remember, I don't condone mining on GPUs. Let them run games. Like what you've been seeing here, in this glorious, high frame rate, ray tracing glory you've been seeing this entire video.